oosh. Hello. Hello. How we doing? I think we're live is up and running. Which is superb news. Hi guys, how's it going? How's everybody's weekend? We're doing good? I hope we're doing good. I reckon we're all doing stupendous. Yeah, how you guys doing? I thought I would jump on the Sunday live because, well, I was about to say because we've got lots to talk about. We have lots to talk about, but it's not necessarily lots to talk about in the sense of positive transfer news. Easy, afternoon my dude. How's it going? Great to be back in the stream. It's great to have you. Thank you for coming along. Yeah, how you guys doing? Everyone been watching the Community Shield this afternoon? I thought I tried to plan this live for it to be after the Community Shield. So I thought, 3 o'clock. I'll go at like 4:30 because it's just gonna be finishing. But obviously I forget that added time plus half time and stuff. It's still got like 25 minutes left. So I jumped the gun a little bit early with that. But why not? We're just chilling. We're having a look. We're going to talk about transfer news. We are going to get involved in that sort of stuff. Can you believe that? It's what? Where are we? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. 3 days until the Super Cup. For those of you guys that are in the streams that are Spurs fans, 3 days until Super Cup, and we've got no striker, no number 10. Solanke's injured, Adogie's injured, absolutely crazy. Currently watching the Community Shield, yeah, I've got it on. I got it on in the background still. Gray saying Bert have been invited to that game by Palace as VIP talks for Eze ongoing. Is that Arsenal side of things? Yeah, because that's the big one, isn't it? The talk is around Eberici Eze at the moment. Is where's he gonna go? Is he gonna leave? Is he gonna go Arsenal or Spurs back in for him? What's the latest situation with that? Worried for the Super Cup? Yeah, me too, mate. Me too. It's gonna be a really, really tough evening. I say that. I mean, PSG have not really had a pre-season, have they? That's the only bit of hope that I'm hanging on to. That PSG are going to be not as sharp because they haven't really played any pre-season games and stuff. And maybe we'll be able to be a bit more intense than they are. But when you play a team like PSG, the intensity that they can bring and the quality that they have on the pitch is just going to make a big difference, isn't it? We ain't getting him. Spurs fans need to forget about him. DW Sefty, who's your pick then? Who's the pick for number 10 that Spurs should be going for? Gray said apparently Fee agreed. Talks continuing to. Yeah, we'll see. The quality they have is just so strong. Freddie saying I'd take Tyler Diblin at this point. Ugh. I'm getting to the point where I'm seeing on social media that people are so desperate for signings that a lot of people have come round to the idea of signing Jack Grealish, which isn't the one for me personally. Also, I mean the Nico Paz stuff's gone quiet. By the way, Wirtz and Ekitike have looked so good for Liverpool today, haven't they? Which is absolutely nuts, absolutely crazy. Paz or Akliouche, yeah, I'd like either of those two. I mean. My number one pick would be Eze. My number one pick for that number 10 role would be Eze all day long, but I just don't know whether it's feasible or even possible. And if Arsenal are in for him as well, like if you're Eze, who are you picking at this moment in time? Is the sort of question you kind of need to ask. Diblin looks class, but we need more. The thing is, right, Diblin, although he may look class, would you pay what Southampton are holding out for him, which is what a Palace after, like 40, 50 mil at the very minimum? Like, is Tyler Diblin worth that? I don't know, man. I don't know if it's for me. Mate, I'm so worried for the Super Cup. Yeah, absolutely. Wharton Eze not looking that hot, to be honest. I think Eze's looked good at times. You always take the Community Shield with a pinch of salt, though, don't you? It's basically a glorified pre-season friendly, and you need to kind of let them use it to get minutes in their legs. But I still think Eze's also looked quite dangerous at times, which is a big thing for them as well. I get that, Mitchell. We're Tottenham, and our motto for the last 24 years is to dare is to try. Yeah, to try. I mean, though, again, those of you that are Spurs fans, I see you, Michelle. Tottenham are really stressing me out at the moment. I get that. Those of you that are Spurs fans, I'll be on Last Word on Spurs this evening. Well, a great panel on there with George Killier and Lily White Labs on there tonight making his debut, and obviously Ricky hosting. So it's going to be a really, really great podcast where we'll obviously talk about the analysis side of it a bit more. But it's just like, as it stands, right? Where do we score goals against PSG? Where do we score goals against PSG? I genuinely have no idea. Like, Kudus can't do it all. Richarlison's not going to score any goals. Brennan Johnson's not going to score any goals if he's playing left wing. It's crazy talk. It's crazy talk. So, Michelle, I know where you're coming from. Tottenham are really stressing me out at the moment as well. Diblin, yeah, I don't know, man. Diblin's okay, but he's not. For me, he's not like the guy that we need to be prioritising right now. A number 10 has to be the priority. Whether it's Eze, whether it's Nico Paz, whether it's Akliouche. Is that how you pronounce his name, by the way, the fella from Monaco? Is it Akliouche? We won't do anything Mitch awful up front. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, where are the goals coming from? If we didn't have our injuries, I'd believe we could counter PSG like Chelsea did. Right now, though, yeah, that's the other thing, isn't it? That's the other thing. Like, when you look at Chelsea's squad and when you look at Tottenham's squad, the difference is nutty, right? Go give Marinakis 75 mil for Gibbs White. I said this on my stream the other day. I'd pay that. I genuinely would go back to Forest and offer him 75 mil for Gibbs White, in my opinion. Prey and Richie is sold. Their bench players start first. They do. And that's the difference. Like, Chelsea are a team that are trying to do everything they can to win. And although people might not agree with the amount that they're spending and they might think they've got a surplus of players or whatever it is, at the end of the day, their squad's incredible. They could rotate their entire starting 11 and still have one of the better teams in the Premier League. And could you imagine if Spurs rotated their entire starting 11, like what that would look like? Henry saying you don't want Grealish. I don't. This is me just being brutally honest, right? And I get people will say Grealish would be better than nothing, but I just think Grealish has passed it. I don't think he's worth taking the gamble on, particularly with the wages that he's on as well, man. It's so expensive to pay him each week. 40 mil, Archie Gray, Tyler Diblin, 50 is okay. Yeah, I mean, if you look at it that way, then to an extent, yeah, I think that's a fair point. But we'll see. Like, the thing is, right, I think what we're doing right now is we're all holding out for some breaking bit of transfer news, right? Literally, like, we're hoping that something's going to pop up out of somewhere, just off the cuff. Because it's like it seems behind the scenes that Spurs are not doing anything, but surely they are, right? Surely something is going on behind the scenes to work to try and get players through the door for Spurs. Because if not, like, it's just negligence, bro. At this point, it's just negligence. I don't know. I mean, I'll get the Twitter feed up. I'll get the Twitter feeds up. Where are we? We'll have a look. We'll see what the internet's saying about how stuff's going in the transfer market at the moment. Sorry, it's been really warm today. And then when you start speaking, just needed the water. But yeah, Tottenham community, by the way, guys, if you want to join, you can find the link to it on my Twitter/X profile. And you join through there. I'll get you guys approved. So if you want to have a bit more of a Tottenham-focused conversation with people, I agree with what this guy said. We need to be on the phone tonight to get Eze. Spurs, yeah, what about them, dude? What about them, Zed? Watching Adam Wharton right now, what a deal that would be. Yeah, Adam Wharton 100% leaves Palace next summer, in my opinion. Next summer is when Adam Wharton goes. Because I think by next summer, and this is one of my predictions for the season, by next summer, Adam Wharton is going to be one of the best defensive midfielders in the league, and he'll be a regular starter for England as well. Yeah, he's a very, very tidy player for sure, and he's got a lot of potential. It's hard to judge him in games like this, right? Community Shield, almost like a glorified pre-season friendly. And also they're playing against Liverpool, Premier League champions, like the best of the best. So, you know, Michelle saying can't see us going for Eze now. We got to go for someone. The thing is, right, even if we get a number 10 through the door in the next couple of days, they're not going to be ready or probably able to play in the Super Cup. So I think regardless of the business that we do between now and Wednesday night's game, like we're playing that Super Cup without a number 10. It's ridiculous. It's so incompetent from the club and almost like, I don't like to use the word negligent, but it is negligent because we're like neglecting the needs of the team. And that's such a pain in the backside. Would love to go all out for Eze and then Akliouche as a backup. I'd be very happy with that. If we were to go out and sign Eze and someone like Akliouche, that's like ideal situation. And the thing is, right, I said this, I was saying this to a couple of mates the other day. I said, if Spurs, oh my God, I've just completely lost my train of thought. Absolutely, completely lost my train of thought. Where did that go? I don't know. Anyway, Grealish is too risky. Basically, another Maddison being injury prone and on the older end. Yeah, agreed. Apparently, Grealish had more injuries than Son last season. Right? So, I mean, that tells you a lot. Why is no club going out for Stiller? Same profile of Wharton is what we need. Yeah, maybe. I don't really know too much about him, to be honest. Which I'm going to assume a lot of people are in the same sort of boat for that. I don't know, though. I don't know. But yeah, negligence agreed. Who takes ownership on this? Well, you know who needs to take ownership on it? And it's the board and it's Levy and Palace have just equalised. Looks like Sarr. I'm just watching the replay of the goal. Liverpool wanted a foul on Gakpo from Wharton. They played on though. Is it like a counter-attack? Not really. Oh, it's a great ball through from Wharton. Wharton assists. Sarr in off the post. 2-2. Are we going... What does the Community Shield do? Does Community Shield go straight to penalties these days? Or does it go to extra time? I'm not sure how the rules work in the Community Shield these days. We don't need any more injury-prone players. I honestly, Michelle, I cannot deal with another season of Spurs having to deal with actual injuries week in, week out. Because it's just such a pain in the backside. I just want to have our best team available to us and to see what that team is capable of. But I feel like we never really are able to do that. But yeah, let's have a look at what people are saying. Look at bro's aura. Look at his aura. Eberici, come to Tottenham, my friend. Yeah, straight to pens. Yeah, Fez. I thought so. I would have been surprised if they'd have gone to extra time in what's essentially a pre-season game. Yeah. But yeah, did you guys see the Gehi Arnie Slot handshake before the start of the Liverpool Palace game? And the entire Liverpool bench or Liverpool starting 11 were side-eyeing the whole situation. Because Liverpool really want Gehi, don't they? Because I think Konate is going to leave on a free transfer next summer. So they want to kind of avoid what happened with Trent. But yeah, the Eze, I mean, what Billy said here, to be fair, Billy T, those of you guys that don't follow him, is pretty much spot on. Like, each passing day that we don't sign a 10 gets more baffling. There's pretty much every variety you could want on the market. Prem proven, Eze. Prem experience, Gamble, Grealish, young, unproven, Akliouche, data led from Europe's top 5 leagues, Akliouche, Paz, yet we do nothing. And it's such a solid point. Like, it's such a good point. I don't know. I don't know if we're just working in the dark or if we just can't get any of our targets, which would be crazy. Who's getting Belieber? I don't know, man. I think United will... You know what? I think basically people have said he's interested and wants to go to United, but I think United will put a bid in for Belieber, but Brighton will reject it. Oh, they're ruling it out for a VAR. What's happened? They're giving a penalty? No. They were checking a penalty for Palace there. I was wondering what the hell was going on. But yeah, I think United will put a bid in for Belieber and then it will get rejected. So yeah. Yeah, so I think this is what one of the guys in the chat was talking about earlier. Saying Arsenal and Palace have reached an agreement for the transfer of Eberici as a 27-year-old midfielder will join the Gunners once Palace secure his replacement. I mean, who's this source? I've never heard of him. Does anybody know this guy? Has he ever got anything right? Is that legit? It doesn't seem likely to me. Logically, Liverpool are ahead at half time. Does that mean? What does that mean? That's funny. Yeah, alright. I don't believe that anyway. I mean, that's necessarily wrong. Blatant handball penalty not given against Liverpool. What a surprise. Is that what they were checking for? I only briefly saw it out the corner of my eye. Yeah. Can't wait for Eze to clap Palace fans later and the feed is full of body language analysts. Could happen. Could happen. Logically, that was a penalty. Clearly handball. Corrupt again. Yeah. I mean, Liverpool are going to win this, aren't they? I reckon it's got Salah late winner written all over it, right? Do you know what makes me laugh? It's like when people are looking at their teams and they're like, "Oh yeah, this is so great. All we need is then they add 2 players in that's going to cost you 150 million. It's like then we win the lot. Like, give it a rest, man. Come on now." Exclusive. Apparently, Berta is a special guest of Eze's agent at Wembley today for the Community Shield. This Krish fella that I see on my timeline, shut that down immediately. Yo, Johnny. Thank you for the follow, my dude. Welcome along. I appreciate it. Yeah, if you guys want to follow or subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're watching over there, feel free. I appreciate all the new welcome faces. Hope you're all having a lovely weekend. Yeah. I don't know, man. So the thing is, right, do you know what I'm worried about? I'm worried that both Spurs and Arsenal go in for Eze, and then we both put bids in. They're both accepted or whatever, and then he has to choose. Like, can you imagine if Eze has the choice between joining Spurs or Arsenal? Like, do you know how much that would hurt if we then got rejected by him and he went to Arsenal? It'd be absolutely horrible. Eze ain't going anywhere. Spurs won't do shit. Been interested in him for like 3 years. Yeah, we are interested and monitoring FC. It's ridiculous, man. Like, I hate moaning. But like it's always the case where we've had the entire transfer window to build a team and provide players for the new manager as well. Let's not forget there's a new manager, and we just never do it. Like, we just never ever do it. It's crazy, and oh man, it's so frustrating. I mean, if he went to Bayern, that would be crazy. Elise and Eze link up at Bayern. What are people saying about that? Do you know... Let's talk about this fella, Akliouche. I still don't know how to pronounce his name. I know how to spell his name, finally, just about. I know, man, we need him. Yeah, he's like... Someone said... it might have been Billy again, actually. Obviously, it might have been Billy. Guy sends out hit tweets on the daily. Eze's like the one signing that would appease the fan base, because you know when people are getting more frustrated and like you can tell that anger is starting to build up across the Spurs fan base again, because we're not providing the manager with enough on the opening weekend and week of the season. But Eze feels like he would be the transfer that would get a lot of fans back on side going into a new season. You know, he plays the 10, he plays the left wing. He's a very, very good player. And I think the fact that he would cost a little bit as well would be probably a bonus as well, because you can see that you're actually spending money. Michelle, thank you for the 5 roses on TikTok. I appreciate it. Thanks very much. Welcome. Yeah, welcome all in. Everybody was joining. I see people are slowly making their way over from the Community Shield. I was saying at the start of the stream, I went a bit early because I anticipated it finishing earlier than this, but it's now looking like it's got 5 minutes left and it's gonna go pens. But yeah, I have got it on in the side. Can't see him at Spurs. Would love him at Spurs. I'd love him at Spurs, man. He's like I said he's the one guy that I would love us to sign this season. And this guy as well, Akliouche. Interestingly, Alex from The Athletic, who does a lot of analysis stuff and talks about like the best potential signings for teams. He's earmarked this guy as well for someone who would be a really good signing for Spurs. I know people are more what's the word I'm looking for? People are more knowledgeable on particularly players from European leagues like the French league or Serie A or etc. But yeah, this guy right here, this is supposedly who the analysts are saying that we should go for, and he looks good. I've been keeping an eye on a couple of his like moments in pre-season, and in pre-season he's looked good. He scored an absolute screamer against someone the other day. I can't remember who it was. I'm sure his goal will come up in a second. Oliver's saying we need Eze and another attacking midfielder on the left or central, plus another striker. I agree, man. Like literally, I promise you, I agree. We need more than one signing. I don't know if we're gonna get it though. I just don't know if we're gonna get it, which is the most frustrating part. That's the big thing. Yeah. And even PSG fans want him. That's how you know you're good. If PSG want the guy, when their front three is Doué, Kvaratskhelia and Dembele, you know that this guy's a baller. You know this guy's a baller. I can see Harvey Elliott or that Man City player. Again, like, the McAtee one makes a little bit more sense, right? But I get, they just feel like such uninspiring signings for me. And that's where it will get a little bit tricky, because you know Eze's out there, you know this Akliouche guy's out there. If you then go out and sign James McAtee, or you go out and you sign Harvey Elliott, it's a little bit like, meh. Like, are either of those two players capable of being that star number 10? That guy who's going to lead us in the Champions League, who's going to sort of be our creative output for the whole season, because that's what we need. Because Madders ain't coming back. Madders might end up being back for what, a month or two of the season at most, which is so rubbish. But it's the game of football, I guess, isn't it? That is the game of football. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's a seven. I'm tempted to just sit here and watch the entire 7-minute thing because he looks so good. He looks so good. Is he left-footed? No, I don't think he is left-footed. Maybe a bit both-footed. No, a lot of passes are coming with his left foot, actually. Do you know, there's something about a left-footed attacking midfielder that is like, oh yeah, I'll tell you what, that's something special there. Bit of different gravy. Been told the only thing holding up an Eze or Akliouche deal is that they want to be paid reasonable amounts for their footballing services. Pay the money. Saz is saying so many talented 10s out there right now we could get. Yeah, no, the yawn is completely unrelated. It's I played football this morning in the sweltering heat, and it's the first game of pre-season, so I'm flagging a little bit, but I wanted to chat to the community. I wanted to ask you guys something as well, actually. I've been thinking of potentially live streaming like Football Manager, or maybe the new FIFA or AFC, whatever it's called, when it comes out, just to mix it up a little bit. Talk live streams with. I think Football Manager could be a good one. I don't know if anybody else has some different ideas. Let's go, Mitch. Another live stream of ours. Welcome, dude. Nice to have you back. How's it going? Yeah, God, we've been live for half hour already. Well, we're into five added minutes. Do you know what? Munoz has really impressed me with his defending against Salah today. Salah's been so quiet, and Spurs are reportedly looking at fullbacks and left backs. If we could nab Munoz, I wouldn't be against that. Oliver saying yes for football. The team's pretty nutty. But yeah, I'd start a new one anyway. If it will be better for me soon as well, because where I'm moving, and I'll actually have my own office space. And I want to decorate the office. I want to decorate the new office. It will hopefully make it look nice. Get some paneling in there. Get some Spurs stuff on the walls behind. All of that sort of stuff. Paul saying just heard Man U in for Paz. Really? Shall we see if we can find that? Nico Paz. Sonny Talks Spurs. Got a video coming out on YouTube with Sonny Talks Spurs tomorrow evening. So keep your eyes peeled out for that. Basically us building the starting lineup for the PSG game. So that'd be fun. Yeah. So, interesting one with this. Demarcio were the ones that said Spurs had a bid rejected for Nico Paz. 40 million, and they value him at 70 million. That can't be right? There's no way that we've gone in with a bid that's 30 mil under their value. Because it will just piss clubs off. Download an updated editor with all the current transfers in one condition. Yeah, I've got the add-ons for Football Manager with the updated badges and the backgrounds and stuff, so it looks a bit nicer. Dealing with Palace is a pain. Yeah, it is. Steve Parish, man, he's a pain in the arse. By the way, if this goes to penalties, I want Palace to win. I like Palace. They deserve it, man. Liverpool gonna win tons of silverware. Gehi going off. Is that his last game for Palace? Could he be a Liverpool player soon? Yeah. How interested are we for Paz? I think he's just, for now, it seems like he's one of the guys on the list, just on the list of targets, so if I were to collate it right, I would say that Tottenham's list for number 10s are, as it stands, are Nico Paz, Eberici Eze, Akliouche, the Monaco guy, James McAtee, Harvey Elliott, and Bilal El Khanous. So what's that? Six potential names on the list for targets. I think there's most of them on there I'd be happy with. I'll be very transparent, right? I don't want Tottenham to sign Harvey Elliott. I don't really want Tottenham to sign James McAtee either. But the others, I wouldn't mind. I always see a lot of hype about Akliouche on the old Twitter feed. I think his data for Leicester last season was really, really good. So naturally, obviously, people are a big fan of the data. You know how it goes. Yeah, 70's insane. Agreed. Yeah, he's not worth that because apparently Madrid have got a €6 million buyback clause on him. Mental, right? Absolutely mental. What do you mean? That's exactly the kind of thing Daniel Levy does: lowballs and pisses clubs off. Yeah, do you know what? You're not wrong. You're not wrong, are you? Maybe you're right about that. If we get someone like Paz with no EPL experience, I think we should also get someone like Eze. Do you know how incredible it would be if we signed both? And people will say that's what a serious club would do. A serious club would sign Eze and they'd sign Paz. Palace nearly just won it in the last minute. Munoz. Was it Munoz? Oh, I might not. Oh, Alisson saved that, didn't he? Glasner's on his knees. Glasner's on his knees on the touchline. Mitch, what do you think about getting Lee Kang in to Spurs? Bit crowded in the PSG team. The Asia tours continue and quite versatile. Can play cam and right wing. Who was it that he played for before PSG? Because that's when we were interested in him, right? And then he chose to go to PSG. And since then, it's really hard to stand out in a PSG team unless you're a superstar, right? And Lee Kang in, he's sort of been a bit hit and miss there. So, I mean, I remember liking him. And I remember thinking, I'll tell you what, I wouldn't mind him at Spurs. But also, when you join a club and you don't play as much and things go a little bit stale, it's like, do you gamble that they can recapture that form? It's like with the Grealish stuff, right? People have been really up for Spurs signing Grealish. But can Jack Grealish recapture that really, really good form that he's had over the last couple of years with City at Spurs? I don't know. Mallorca? Was that who he played for? Don't remember that. But yeah. Ballon d'Or nominees, by the way. Some crazy names on there. Declan Rice. Come on now. Let's be serious. Is this anything? I always have to translate the posts. There's an interview with Nico Paz. Yeah, apparently United do want him, man. That's weird. So weird. Change of environment helps. Yeah, also that. I mean, I guess you could give Grealish the benefit of the doubt, right? Because he is in a City team full of absolute quality. You could give him the benefit of the doubt. 14 goals and assists in Serie A for him last season. Pretty good. What is he, 20? 20 years old, I think. Who have you got for the Ballon d'Or? Dembele, I think. I think it has to be Dembele. I know a lot of people want or think Yamal should win it. And I feel like the only reason people want Yamal to win it is because they want to compare him to Messi. And they want to put Lamine Yamal on the same pedestal as Lionel Messi, which I think is a little bit unfair, and no one should win the biggest individual award in Europe because of that. I think Yamal and Dembele are definitely the top two, and then probably Rafinha as well, right? They're probably the top three, but for me, PSG winning the Champions League finally after all of these years is a pretty big sort of achievement for them. And also, Dembele's been quality for them. I really do think he's been quality. Yeah, this is another thing from Marca that I saw, and it's the big issue with the Nico Paz stuff is that Madrid have so much power in a transfer. It's like Madrid are not considering letting Nico Paz transfer to another team. Any deal Como make with another team has to be approved by Real Madrid, and the club are not considering letting Nico leave. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. So that to me suggests that signing him is probably just a bit too difficult this summer. He's such a good player though, and I think he could well be a Real Madrid starter and regular in the next couple of seasons. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's Eze for me. That's the guy. That's the guy, man. Eze. Get him in the team. Just go get Eze. Exactly. Just go get Eze. This is all Spurs fans, right? Eze is a phenomenal player, and in the event that he signs for Arsenal, an overhyped fraud. Fairs. I think we can all agree on that, right? I think we can all agree that if Eze signs for Arsenal, he's a fraud. We got pens. Who we got for the pens? Liverpool or Palace? What are we saying? Who's gonna be the team? I'm gonna say Liverpool win. I want Palace to win though. I want Palace to win. Yeah, agree. Yeah. Madness, bro. Palace, yeah. Give me the Palace. Eze's head is already at Arsenal. See, the way Arsenal fans are talking about Eze suggests to me that there's like serious interest, or they're going for him. But yeah. Right, the pens. Here come the pens. Who's taking their first one? Is that Salah? Salah taking the first Liverpool pen. Does he score? Oh, he's got aura. He's got both hands on the hips. Henderson with his cap on. Oh, he's put it over the bar! Salah over the bar with his penalty. Oh my god. That's nutty. That is crazy. I'm going to turn the screen off just while these pens are on, so it's just me. That's crazy. Paul, thank you for the subscription on YouTube, by the way. If you guys are watching over on YouTube and you want to see content, and particularly Spurs content over the coming season, feel free to drop a subscription. I got a video coming out tomorrow predicting the starting 11 for the PSG game with Sunny Talk Spurs. So that should be fun. I'm looking forward to that. Here comes Mateta. Mateta next. It's the Henderson cap aura. Agreed. Mateta. Oh, great pen. Great pen. So 1-0 to Palace as it stands. Jesus. Salah's had a really quiet game. And it suggests to me, do I put Salah in my FPL team this season? Or do I save the money and invest it elsewhere? That's the question. That is the question. Palace win. Eze joins us and win over PSG. Do you know what? That would be the best week. The best week. McAllister's taken the second pen for Liverpool. I don't think he's been on the pitch that long. Arnie Slot. The sun shining off his very bald head. That was a crazy pen. Oh, Henderson saves! Oh my goodness. Hat raise. Hat raise. Oh, wow. Palace might do this, you know. I wanted Palace to win. Shall I put Palmer or Salah? I've got Palmer in my team all day. I've got a draft of my FPL team, but I don't think... I'll show you guys, actually. I'll get it up. I'll show you guys my FPL team. Because I'm going to change it before the new season. But I wanted to have... like... Am I signed in? Yeah, I'll try and show you. Hang on. Who's this? Eze with the pen. Oh, saved. Alisson, that's a good save, that. That's a really, really good save. One of my mates has just immediately gone, Eze Butler, come join Spurs, mate. Let me move my YouTube camera, because it's in the way. Yeah, this is my draft of the FPL team, and basically what I wanted to do is I wanted to hang on. Oh, I'm trying to fix it for TikTok, but it's not working. It's not working. Hang on. You can't see it on TikTok properly. But basically, yeah, I wanted to try and get all of the big hitters in. So Palmer, Haaland, and Salah. I wanted all three of them in, and then I wanted to see how the rest of the team could potentially look. This is what I landed on, but I do think it's going to change by the time the game next week kicks off. So yeah. By the way, if Palace miss this one as well, it's crazy. Refs doing Palace dirt again. I heard, Callum, that Palace should have had a penalty at the end. I've got it on in the background, but I missed it while I was talking. It's a Saar with a pen. Good pen, good pen. So Palace is still one penalty up, right? So all they got to do is score 2 more, or if Henderson pulls off another save, then they're cooking. Then they are cooking. I got Minter and Miney's looking good. There's a few players now that I don't have in yet, but I've looked at and I've thought, yeah, like those guys are definitely going in. I'm thinking I keep Adogi, I keep Palmer. I think I'd probably get rid of Haaland, keep João Pedro. Like if I get rid of Haaland here, although I think I'd have to go on transfers. That would be the one. Is Kelleher injured for Brentford? It was a clear penalty. Yeah, mad. Madness. Madness for Palace. Palace scored their pen anyway. Here's Liverpool. Is it Harvey Elliott? Saved again, Henderson. Mate, Henderson in penalty shootouts is nutty. So Palace just need to score this one, right? And they're Community Shield champions. Could it be? Could it be? Who's going to be taking the pen? That's the question. Who's it going to be? Oh, he's looking at his bottle. He's looking at his bottle or which way they go. He's got it all wrapped up in his towel so no one can see. I got 4-5-1 formation, better midfield options. Yeah. Lol, Elliot. Don't come to Spurs, mate. Is that... Oh! Did he save that? Who is that, by the way? Is that Anderson? No, Anderson. Anderson don't play for Palace anymore. Crazy. Did Alisson save that? Oh, no. He just cannoned it off the bar. Oh, mad. So Liverpool still have to score this and hope that Palace miss the next pen. Otherwise, Palace still win. I wish Darwin Núñez was still at Liverpool to take this. I really do. Here we go. Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai for Liverpool. Love their kit, by the way. Good pen. Good pen. So Palace just have to score. Or... can Alisson be the hero? That's what you want to know. Great pen. No keepers stopping that. Telling ya. Who's this? I can't hear the commentary, so I don't know who this is, but this guy looks hella young. He don't want it. I'd be intimidated. If Alisson was looking at me like the way he's looking at this kid right here, I would be intimidated. I kid you not. Mental. Oh, it's a great pen. That's the best pen of the lot. Best pen of the lot, and they did it. Palace win the Community Shield. And now all of the Liverpool fans can say that it doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean anything. It's just the Community Shield. It's just a pre-season friendly. But look at the celebrations. Like, to Palace, that means something. Like, if Spurs were in the Community Shield, I'd want us to go all out to win it. For sure. And you could tell that Glasner really wanted to win it. Dean Henderson made some incredible saves as well. Really, really good. But yeah, madness. Shows you how much little pre-season matters when Liverpool won most of their games and now lost the Community Shield to Palace. Yeah, well, exactly. Like, you know that Palace at Liverpool are going to be there or thereabouts this season. I mean, we're going to win the treble with Liverpool. Yeah, I think like, look at if you guys have got it on, look at it. Like, the Palace fans are loving it. I'm really happy for them. That was a great pen, by the way. Who is that? Who is that young fella? I'm trying to see the name on the back. O'Neill? No, still can't see it. Still can't see it. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy for Palace as well, for sure. I think Palace deserve it. Palace really deserve that. I think they played well. Second half, they were a lot better. Second half. Liverpool were a much better team in the first half, and then in the second half, Palace really stepped it up a bit. Liverpool fans look a bit gutted, you know? They look a little bit gutted. I've seen messages coming up from my friends in the group chat, and they're like, one of my Liverpool friends gone, happy for Palace, to be fair. I really like their team, and their kit is mint. That's one way to put it, I guess. But yeah, to be fair, Liverpool players being really humble about it. Could that be Eze's last game for Liverpool? Could that be Gehi's last game for Palace, rather, not for Liverpool? But yeah, well, I mean, now that's over. What should we talk about? The Spurs transfer window. The Spurs transfer window. For all you new guys that are flooding in now that game's over, what are we making of the Spurs transfer window? Palace should put in a bid for Isak. Imagine. Great pen. It's just showing the replays of it. Yeah. Back down to reality. Spurs are really stressing me out. And I don't know if any of you guys feel the same. Not happy for Palace. They won't give us Eze. I know. Harvey Elliott's just laying on the floor on his back. Nutty, man. Absolutely nutty. Yeah, I think it's been terrible, frustrating. Yeah, man. It's like Newcastle might actually sign a player. Yeah, tell me about it. That guy from AC Milan, right? That centre back. Yeah, the transfer window is so painful, and you guys will see when we drop the video on Monday. Me and Sonny talk Spurs. We built our lineup for the PSG game, right? And the options we had for the number 10 role were literally Pape Sarr or Lucas Bergvall, and that's nuts, man. The fact that we're about to head to Italy and we're going to play the best team in Europe, arguably the world, although I'm not having any of this Club World Cup champions nonsense from Chelsea. We're going to go into this game against PSG, best team in Europe, right? And we don't have a number 10. We don't have a creative outlet. We're going to have no one to get us up the pitch. And I'll tell you how the pattern of the game's going to go. It's going to be a case of Spurs are going to sit in a low block with everyone behind the ball. And then we might clear across or we might win the ball back. The ball's going to go out to Kudus, who's going to have to control it with his back facing to goal and try and run past everyone. Like, I mean, I don't want to see Brennan Johnson at left wing again, because that was crazy. Like, Odobert or Tell starting on that left-hand side over Johnson all day long. Kudus on the right. I just hope that Solanke's back fit, because Richarlison just can't hit a barn door, right? Thing is, right, and I feel really bad because Richarlison's such a nice bloke. But if Richarlison were to start every single game for us this season, how many goals does he score? Genuinely, if he were to start every single game for us in the Premier League this season, how many goals do you think Richarlison would score for us? Because I'm not even convinced that he'd get double digits. That's the problem. But yeah, Palace holding their ground against Liverpool while we're potentially getting folded by PSG. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? That's the difference. And if we hadn't have been battered by Bayern the other day, I think I would feel a lot more confident. Not confident, but I'd sit there maybe in a separate light and say we have a bit more of a chance. But it doesn't feel that way to me. Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't feel like we have a chance. I've got the hiccups now with how much water I just swallowed. Because those Liverpool fans have left Wembley so quickly. But yeah. Same every year. Come on, Levy. I know you want to pay in instalments. Get Eze. We need a statement. We need something. Because, right. Let me put it to you this way. To you guys. I know we sacked Ange at the end of last season. But we've just won a trophy. We've got a new manager in, right? We should be going into the season full of hope, full of optimism. New era, Sonny's gone. Like, new era at Spurs. We want to go into it with new hope. We want to go in with renewed optimism, all of that sort of stuff. But I feel like the general consensus inside the Spurs fan base is that people are dreading the new season. And that tells you all you need to know about how we've acted in the transfer window, does it not? Like, am I wrong there? I don't know if I'm waffling or if people actually think that. Who do you think have the better squad, Spurs or United? I think United. Well, if you add in Sesko and Buemo Cunha to their team, then United maybe have a better squad than Spurs. Starting 11s are maybe a bit more of a debate. We beat them 4 times last season. But squad, one of those. Palace have a better team than us. Maybe pushing it a little bit. On paper, they don't, I don't think. I don't think we'll sign a 10 before PSG and that's together. No, we won't. And I was saying earlier, even if we do sign a 10 before PSG, it won't be in the squad now because they're not going to have enough time. Like, Spurs don't work on weekends. So nothing's going to happen tonight. Like, I'm on Last Word on Spurs tonight for a podcast, right? So make sure you guys tune into that. We've got a really great panel. And do you know what I would love more than anything in the world is for Spurs to just break some transfer news out of nowhere and be in talks or be close to getting a deal done for someone. But because it's a bloody Sunday, it means it's not going to happen. Which is the worst thing about it all. Like, oh man, it's so frustrating. I think there's opportunity out there to sign a really good number 10. And unless we're doing something ridiculous behind the scenes, we're just sitting. Hands on bums, sitting like this. Literally just like, this is live pictures of Johan Lang right now. He's having his Sunday afternoon nap. That's what's going on right now. And I'm sitting here ranting down the camera about it, getting so frustrated about it as well. Do you know how crap it is? Why the hell couldn't we keep Jamie Donnelly since we don't have a 10? I mean, he'd be a good rotation option right now, right? This might come back to bite me in the backside, right? But I say this. I'd rather keep Jamie Donnelly and give him a chance and have him use the space that would be given to like James McAtee or Harvey Elliott. Just my opinion there. The low block didn't work against Bayern though. No, it didn't. No, it did not. And the main reason we lost 4-0 to Bayern is because Bayern kept coming and coming and coming, but we didn't have anything really in return because we didn't have that outlet, that number 10, that creative player. Richarlison scores 6 or 7, 8, 7 to 10. Less than 10 for sure by Richarlison. Yeah, I think that's a general consensus. Richarlison would score less than 10 Prem goals if he started every game for us, yeah. What we even doing? Haven't heard any strong rumours. I think, to be fair, one thing to note is that Spurs seemingly under Lange, they work behind the scenes and they don't necessarily leak targets and who they're pursuing in the media. So when something does eventually come out, it is genuinely because there's something close or like something is about to happen. I do think that is the case. I'll move my camera back up in the top corner now. Sorry, but yeah, that's the thing. That is the thing. I just hope that something comes soon. I think Frank will look at that game and try not to do that again. How else do you play against PSG though? How else do you play against PSG? De Winter to AC Milan as well. Shame, I like him. Yeah, he's had a great rise, hasn't he? He'd be a great signing. Palace 100% have a better team than us. I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that. With this Danish pastry, you miss it. Watching Love Island. No. Is that not finished yet? Palace's spine, Gehi, Wharton, Eze, Mateta versus Romero, Palhinha, Sarr, Solanke. Nah, I mean, is that that's not our spine, is it? I'd say our spine is Romero, Romero, Bentancur, Kudus, Solanke. Maybe we should play Kudus in the 10. What do people think of that? Kudus in the 10? Yeah, by the way, props to Palace, because they've beaten Liverpool and City now. Both with silverware on the line, which is nutty. Absolutely nutty. Spurs to play as a release clause as it finishes this week. We should. I think we should. I'm having Henderson, Gehi, Munoz, Wharton, Eze, Sarr, Mateta, 7 players. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I'd have a Dogi over Munoz. I'd have maybe still Vicario over Henderson. I'd have Romero and Van de Ven over Gehi. Wharton and Eze I'd have. Sarr, Mateta, I'm not entirely sure about. It's debatable, isn't it? Debatable, yeah, in my opinion. Eze release clause expires the 15th. I genuinely am worried that Arsenal are gonna trigger it. And that's gonna just piss everyone off even more. That's going to be the thing. Go on, we're better than Palace, guys. Did we beat Palace last season? We lost to Palace when they hadn't won a game, right? Best just to keep Kudus in his natural position. Do you think he's best on the right? I know he played left a lot for Palace. When he played for Ajax, he played a lot of games in the number 10. That's the thing. Yeah. Yeah, like, it's just, I type in Eze's name on Twitter and all I see are Arsenal fans. So I must be missing something here. I really, really must be missing something. I don't know. Although, yeah, downgrade. Palace win more silverware than Arsenal, so why would he downgrade? Keep him on the right. Yeah. He's looked so good though, hasn't he? Absolutely mad how good he's looked. Mohamed Kudus definitely been a really good sign. He'll be one of our best players this season. Absolutely. But yeah, right guys, we've done an hour. I think I'm going to end the live stream there because I need to get some dinner. And also, I'm on the last word on Spurs tonight, 8:30. So I'm going to give myself a few hours to chill out before that. Donna Cullen, welcome, Mr. Mitch Fretton. How's it going? Yeah, I'm gonna end the stream there because I feel like I've said my ranting piece, and I'm going to do a lot more on the last word on Spurs tonight. So make sure you guys tune in for that. Thank you for everybody who's been in the comment section, has subscribed to the channel or followed on TikTok. I appreciate all of you guys. I'll be live again when I can. I know that they're pretty late notice. Myself, Donna Cullen, former executive director of Tottenham Hotspur. I respect the hustle. I really respect the hustle. Yeah, nice to have you in, Donna. But yeah, I'm in the midst of handover. Yeah, clearly. I saw you out in Asia. I saw you still rolling with Daniel Levy and co. But yeah, guys, have a lovely rest of your Sunday. If you're in the Last Word on Spurs' chat later, let me know you're in there. We've got a great panel, George Achillia and Lily White Lab, both on with Ricky and myself. So it'll be a really good chat. So tune in, let me know you're in the comments. And yeah, I appreciate all of you guys. I'll be live next week. I've got a video coming out on YouTube tomorrow with Sunny Talk Spurs, building the starting lineup for the Spurs v Paris Saint-Germain Super Cup, which is on Wednesday, 3 days away. I can't believe we've got here already. Absolutely mental. But yeah, I know it's going to be a tough watch, but I am looking forward to the season being back and Spurs being back every week. So yeah, keep an eye out for that video. It'll be out tomorrow evening. I will see you guys soon. Enjoy the rest of your weekends, and peace.